Let's see. Are we rocking? Are we rolling? Of course we are. I think that's better. I don't want it to be too bright. Right. Take 3. I try to put you. This feels so fucking strange. It's my first time. Ooh, lighting. Where can I go? Actually, I don't. Ooh, I'm gonna have to follow this like way out here, aren't they? Fucking recording that. What the fuck? God, let me restart this. Quick little preface before we get into the video. I'm filming this like over a month after I filmed most of this, and yeah, it took a lot longer than I thought it would. I am a really shit videographer. I'm really shit at looking into the fucking lens. Also I'm lazy as fuck. I didn't do half the things I wanted to do. But anyways, we're getting on with this. Have to refilm half of this because I was like fucking daydreaming, or just the audio quality was really bad because yeah, I think I was too lazy to figure out to line up the audio from my microphone with the footage. But anyways, let's get back into it. Let's do it properly this time. Let me reintroduce myself because I have to do this fucking twice. I'm Chilo. Hey. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm Chilo, aka Chilo, Miss Chilo 27, Chilo Sullivan, Hager's smartest lady, and to my absolute dismay and utter horror, Chloe. And this is Chloe's. How the fuck did I mess it up twice? This is Chilo's fuckery, previously known as Chloe's fuckery, but we don't need to get into that right now. I'm a 21-year-old college student from the blissful and peaceful little town of Coolmine in Dublin. It's a little no man's land between about 20 fucking villages and towns that no one wants to claim. But I don't understand why. Like, we have a pretty nice train station going on, and that's about it. But I mean, I'm from there, so why wouldn't you want to claim it? I am. Do you want to say something? The world is listening. You want to go for it? Alright then. I'm an aspiring musician. Ashley's. Content creator. What's this do? Whoa. I actually don't know what. Oh wait, that's a bit dark now. Let me fix that. Focus on me. Blank focus. It's me, Chilo. Artist.
Blair Waldorf just got a text. It's like watching Lady Gaga set fire to a piano.
I'm soon to be dropped out of my fucking aerospace engineering course. Because God fucking help me, what the fuck are levers and moments and what else am I doing? Just levers and moments and levers and Poisson's ratio, and I don't understand. They're very noisy. Have they stopped its fucking music? Can I go out there? There, I'd move outside. One quick little change. I'm sure you're all really familiar with my old content from January to June of 2024 because it's just that iconic. You know, me just pacing up and down the side alley or my bathroom for a good hour straight, ranting about how shit my life was. And some of the best under chin angles you have ever seen of anyone ever. Like, you don't understand how iconic they are. I know you're probably searching through my channel, looking for those old videos, looking to make stickers for Snapchat to cyberbully me. Don't bother, they're in my own list good. They are gone unless someone kills me and you find the password in my will. But you know, if you want to go down that route, fair enough, I respect the commitment. And I know that my 0 subscribers from beforehand are absolutely raging right now, demanding Chloe's fuckery back on the internet, back on the big screen, back to watch their families at dinner time, listen to on their daily commute. Oh, we're live. I should probably mute that. Mute. Binge watches their comfort show after their fish got put down. Safe in the arms of Jesus. To all of you out there, I understand your concern, I understand the disappointment, but you know, it's time for a rebrand. But I do have some good news for you. Absolutely nothing is changing. I'm still as depressed as ever. I am still as angry at the world as ever. Only thing is I have a microphone now, so hopefully sound quality is going to be a bit better. I have a camera, which I'm not using at the minute because it's a fucking pain in the ass. Also trying to reduce the under chin angles and trying not to mutter as much and slur my words as much. So hopefully a bit better quality. I know there's one question on all your minds right now. Voice was cracked. I know there's one question on all of your minds right now. And it's not how my forehead got so big. Don't even try with that. It's where have I been since June? Where have I been since June 2024? Since my last video. And God, you're not even fucking ready for it. I don't think I'm even ready to go back through it. I have me list here of everything, and God, the trauma. I know you're asking, where have I been and why the fuck am I making a YouTube channel now? First year of college, well, end of first year of college, that I'm sure eventually people are going to find and cyberbully me for and socially exclude me for. So why am I committing social suicide? Right, let me do a quick synopsis of where I've been since. We're going from September 2024. Okay, it's April 2025 right now. So this is the last 7 months. We started college. We made some friends. We joined a few clubs. I did that in the wrong order. I have to go in the right order. God. Good God. Lord Almighty. Right. We started college. We joined some clubs. We made some friends. We played a fuck ton of cards. We drank a lot. Alcohol and caffeine. We started me driving lessons. We started skipping classes. We dropped out of aforementioned clubs. Started looking for a job in November, important for later. We got into a 2-week-long situationship that absolutely destroys me for about 4 or 5 months, and still kind of stings if I think about it for too long. Lost a lot of friends on the back of that situationship. Aww. Got depressed and entered my chaotic artist era over Christmas, returned to college, didn't go back to a single lecture the entire second semester. Walk around my college town at least 100 times by now. Definitely beat the Guinness World Record for the most amount of times in the same Tesco store in a 4-month period. Gotta love Fairgreen Tesco, man. Lost more friends, relapsed badly into my bulimia, played a lot of badminton. My nana died, fell out with some of my family because of the funeral, fell out with some of my friends after that, finished my first year of college. Uncle's cat died and got a job. Yeah, here we are. And I know what you're all thinking. Boo hoo, what the fuck's your uncle's cat have to do with it? Tiggles was a fucking godsend. I loved her with all my heart. I didn't even get to say goodbye to her. That absolutely fucking crushed me. And that was 2 weeks after my nana died. So god, that was a rough time. So recently my days have looked a lot like this. Insert clip here. Hello internet, I am down. How does one even acquire? It so smells the same as they broke your arm swinging. Leave behind. My nights have looked a lot like this. Boom. 3 big booms. Boom. 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 Yeah, and unbeknownst to me, my mental health was just spiraling. I say unbeknownst to me, like, I could feel it, but I didn't actually realise how bad it was getting. But my anxiety was back full swing, getting anxious, going to school, going to work, leaving the house, seeing people, texting people, going out to meet people, going to shops. Depression was getting worse, eating disorders were starting to come back, binge eating, starving myself, stuffing myself, all that fun shit. I was getting to a stage where I couldn't really trust myself, I didn't really trust others either. Didn't really trust the universe, to be honest. I was getting panicky when I knew people were going out of the house, like whether it was people from my own family who lived in my house or like friends. If they're texting me, I'm going here later, I get like really panicky thinking that they're going to get in some sort of accident or something was going to happen to them when they were out. And running about 4 or 5 hours of sleep each night, no motivation, lost my trust in everyone, yada yada yada. Started feeling suicidal again, yay. I say unbeknownst to me, my mental health works in weird ways. I'm quite high functioning with a lot of shit, like the entire time. Like I was still doing shit, I was still doing my music, still doing my art. Just suffering a lot. Oh god. All that good shit. And that is why I am back, talking to myself, talking to my phone, in my kitchen, alone, putting my whole life up on the internet and trauma dumping, because that's what YouTube was made for. I had a lot of ambitions as a kid. I was a very ambitious child. I took interest in everything there was to take interest in. Loved food, loved reading, loved science, loved animals, loved physics, loved astronomy, loved Alvin and the Chipmunk covers. If there's an interest, I definitely had it, apart from Harry Potter or like Lord of the Rings. I never got into them. And let's be real, probably invented some of my own interests. Like that's how bad it was. I was anything I was to be obsessed with, I was obsessed with it. But as I grew older, some of the interests sort of faded, but a fair few of them stayed. And not just stayed, they got fucking stronger. They got like intense, like obsession level. There was 4 main ones that sort of I couldn't even fathom dropping, or ones that like I continued to do even when, or continued to have a passion for even when I was like in my darkest. you know, I'd be like fucking on the verge of absolutely. Can I say killing myself on YouTube? Fuck it, I'm saying killing myself. On the verge of killing myself, and the only things that would like. The only things that made me reconsider. There is music, there's sport, there's art, and there's social media. See, I didn't have the best childhood ever. It's sort of hard to describe. I guess it's sort of typical mentally ill child in a well-off home. Like, we were a very fortunate family, you know, lived in the suburbs of Dublin, which is really a posh enough place. Always had plenty of food. Always had nice, well-kept house. You know, my dad went to work, my mum stayed at home most of the time. Nothing really to complain about. Always had friends, always had family, but you know, there's always shit going on behind the scenes. Some of this was just environmental, some of this was you know, family not getting along, friends falling out, but a lot of it was me and just how I am and how I'm just prone to anxiety and depression and just sort of any sort of mental illness, and that sort of really defined my entire childhood, and I suppose my entire teenage years as well, and now coming into my early adulthood. It just sort of, it really just dictates like everything. It controlled who I could see, when I could see them, what I could do with my life, if I could leave the house, get there or not, if I could go to school and not have to leave early. It just, you know, anyone out there who has mental health issues can understand, but you know, it really just, it tells you what you can and can't do. You don't get that choice. You know, it's decided for you day to day, minute to minute, and you just have to live with it. And this all started out for me when I was about 4. Like, my earliest memories, like, we're going way back. That's when I first remember feeling anxious and really panicky over, I think it was going to school was the first thing I noticed with her. Now before that I was absolutely fine, didn't show any signs of that. I was always really social, I was always outgoing, still on the quieter side, but like, it was only when I was 4 that I just switched up for whatever reason. I don't actually know why. Whether something happened or that's just the way I was born. So I created my own little coping mechanisms. Some of them healthier than others. We won't get into the unhealthy ones today, that's for a different video. But I did actually manage to create a few healthy ones accidentally. So if I was angry, I'd just go out and play football. If I was upset, I'd just lie on my bedroom floor listening to music. If I was lonely, I'd just draw various food items with giant eyes. And in a Montreal was YouTube. No matter how I was feeling, YouTube was always on. I was basically an iPad kid without the iPad. It was just me and me little blue iPod Touch against the world. Musician. But no matter what, I was going to be a YouTuber. In my head, I was going to be some sort of combination of like pointless vlogs, Sidemen, TGF Bros, Guides in Minecraft, Dan TDM, F2 Freestylers, Love to Draw, Matty V Raps, something like that. Just sort of a bit of everything. Because again, a lot of hobbies, a lot of interests. I just wanted to do all that and just share it on the internet, I suppose. And good God, do I regret not making a YouTube channel now? Yeah, this was when I was 8. This was 2012. All I wanted to do was YouTube. And all I wanted to do was Minecraft in particular. I wanted to do vlogs as well, but mainly Minecraft. But imagine that, like an 8-year-old kid in 2012 doing Minecraft videos. Like, that would have gone so viral. That would have gone so fucking viral. This was before, like, the kid exploitation, all that drama, and, like, Minecraft was so in back then. Like, imagine, I could have been in fucking Miami by now. I wouldn't have to be doing my fucking aircraft anatomy exam in 2 days. I wouldn't have to be stocking shelves to make a bit of money. God. See, I never actually joined the football team, so I couldn't be a footballer. Got trauma from doing art for me junior cert, and also seeing how many fucking good artists there were out there, and not an original thought in my little brain. And my guitar just sat there on my floor for a good 6 years after I got it. And then I never made my YouTube channel. Up until 2 years ago, and that went shit. So that sort of meant none of those dreams ever even had a chance to come true. So why didn't I do all those things that I wanted to do? Why didn't I join a football club? Why didn't I make a YouTube channel? Why didn't I pick up my guitar? I was just so painfully anxious. I can't even describe to you how anxious I was. Like, anxious about everything, mainly social anxiety. That was the main thing that sort of stopped me. But I just had anxiety about everything. And like, I was practically mute up until about a year and a half ago when I first started working. Like, I won't even talk to my own family. I won't even talk to my friends. Like, that's how bad it was. I won't even text them. So I was like, I was just so scared of what people would think of me, you know? Just like in any shape or capacity. Like, if I was playing football, I was scared I was gonna fuck up and like everyone would hate me for it. I was scared that like on YouTube I was gonna get judged. I was scared to learn guitar in case I was shit at this. And I just let all these fucking fears just control me. I was just terrified of embarrassing myself and letting other people down and failing in some sort of way. I didn't want to embarrass myself. I didn't want to do anything wrong. I didn't want to be perceived in any sort of negative light. I didn't want to be criticised, and I just didn't want to crush my dreams. And that was sort of the main thing. I had this image of what I wanted people to perceive me as, and you know, doing those things, even just like simple shit, like just talking to people, that meant that there's a chance that that image I wanted people to perceive me as could be altered. And same with all my hobbies, you know, me joining a football club meant I could potentially be bad, and then people wouldn't see me as a good footballer. If I actually started playing guitar and I was shit at it, then people would see me as a bad musician, and you know, in my mind, if I just didn't touch it, then the dream lived on. But if I actually attempted it and I tried to do something with it, then I'm literally just putting it out there to die. I'm literally just sending it to the slaughterhouse. And that's sort of how, you know, that's how I understand it now. You know, back then as a kid, I was 4 when I first actually remember feeling anxious about anything. So this goes way back. You know, I started having panic attacks at 6, but like I wasn't old enough to understand that. I just knew that, oh, this doesn't feel good, I don't want to do this. And you know, you don't have that whole idea of how things that you do now affect the future. So, you know, I didn't really see that me not joining a football club, even if it did make me anxious, meant that I won't actually be a footballer. You know, in my mind, it would just work itself out. You know, if I wanted it bad enough, it would just work out. But obviously that's not what happened, or else I wouldn't be here. I'd be in like fucking Dubai or something. You know, I'd be in Barcelona. I'd be in the Champions League final. That's where I'd be if my dreams actually came true just by thinking hard enough about them. So, what are we doing now? We are going back on that. We are undoing what I made myself believe for so long. And I'm putting all my hopes and dreams on the line. And you get to come along and watch them crash down around me. Now that I'm older, and I understand that actions obviously have consequences. Now that I understand that to get to where I want to be, and to be the person that I want to be, and to have the life that I want to have, I need to actually put work into it. And I need to actually do things, even if they do scare me a bit, or if they do require a lot of fucking energy and thoughts and all that. But the thing about the last few months, the reason I even brought up all those things in the first place, is that so much have happened to me in the last few months you can say my entire life. I'm not gonna get into it all today because I could be here for hours. I'm sure eventually I will open up about a lot more because I love a good ramble. I love a good rant. But with all the people that I've lost recently, whether it's permanent through death, permanent through unreconcilable falling out, or just watching people drift away and grow apart, as well as me contemplating my own life, it has really hit home how short life is, how unpredictable it is, but also just like how I only really have myself at the end of the day, and how much I actually impact my own life, and how I shape my own life, and how much my actions and decisions affects my quality of life and my happiness and all that. There'll be many nights where I just be down here in this kitchen, just pacing the floor, this floor over here. I'd be just pacing up and down there, listening to music, and stay. Please stay. There you go. There'd be so many nights, most nights actually, where I'd just be down here pacing the floor, listening to music, and just be filled with regret. And it will be nearly all of it is regret over things that I didn't do rather than shit that I have done. Like, I do have regrets over some things that I did do, but I can always come to peace with that because I did it and I tried it. The ones that sort of linger are always the things that I didn't do, or the things I didn't say, or, you know, because everything that I listed earlier, you know, me not joining a football club, and now me struggling to find somewhere that I fit in, and now me dealing with the whole, oh, I could have actually maybe had a chance of that if I tried harder earlier. And now trying to get into it now, it's almost impossible, not even just for college and work, but just finding somewhere that will take someone on my level, and just finding somewhere that I feel welcome. And football means the absolute fucking world to me, and there'll be nights where, especially if I'm like after watching a football match or something, and I just be down here pacing the floor just thinking, what if I did actually join that football team? You know, what would my life look like now? Would I be able to be out there and just be able to play and feel so comfortable with it and just have a part of my life, rather than just being here daydreaming about it and, you know, watching other people living that dream and being like, oh, I wish that was me. Or like, if I picked up my guitar those few years earlier, would I have a chance of being a musician? Would I be further along in my dream of being an actual musician? Would I be out busking by now? Would I be uploading shit onto YouTube? Would I be scheduling gigs in pubs or whatever, you know? And it's such a horrible feeling to have, because the guilt lays so heavy on you, even though, like, I was only a kid back then. I didn't know any better. I was doing what I could to make it true, because my anxiety was really fucking bad. My depression was really fucking bad. My home life was not great. Just everything was kind of shit. So, you know, at the time, I was just doing what I had to do to just get through the day. But now that I'm older and I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life, and I'm not like the person that I want to be, it's just a lot of regret and a lot of guilt. And that's such a horrible feeling to have, but I've come to realise that some things I have control over. A lot of things I have control over, actually. And some things I don't have to regret, because I can work on avoiding having to regret it. And if I can mitigate the human factor, I can mitigate the me element in things that I may come to regret in the future. You know, I'm sure there's some things that are unavoidable, but there's a lot of things that I can't avoid regretting, because I can just do the things, you know. I'm going to do it for myself, and that's sort of the main overall thing I'm trying to get at. And so I'm going to do it this time. And I said that to myself a lot, but I really want to make this time different, because with the amount of shit that I've gone through this last while, and just the amount of people that have coming out of my life, and the amount of myself that I've lost recently, and going back to a place I never thought I'd be again, going back to considering taking my own life and resorting back to such unhealthy habits that I developed a while ago, and falling back into the unhealthy coping mechanisms that I managed to get rid of. It's something that I never want to go back to again, and it's something that I don't want to make a permanent part of my life, and I don't want regret to be a permanent part of my life. So I put a lot of things on hold for people who just take and then just don't give anything back to me and just walk out of my life like it's nothing. And so I think it's about time I did something for myself. So even if I'm starting a lot of these things late, I'm starting. And that's all I can do. I can't go back and change the past. I wish I could, so I can tell younger me that there's nothing to be scared of, but I can tell current me that, and I can tell future me that, and I can make my YouTube channel, and I can work on getting better at football. I can work on my music. I can work on my art. I can work on being the person that I've always wanted to be. And I have the opportunity, and I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity, and I'm lucky enough to still see that in myself, and still have that passion and desire and that motivation, and also the resources. And I'm lucky enough to just believe in myself enough to do this, and to care about myself enough that I want to do this for myself. And I'm lucky enough that I can sit here and do this now and not be anxious about it, and have come out the other side of all those suicide attempts and all those bouts of depression, and going from being practically mute and being absolutely terrified of being in front of a camera or speaking to anyone, to being able to sit here. Like, I've been talking for over half an hour already. To be able to sit here and talk to a camera knowing that this is going to go up on the internet. And I'm lucky enough to have been able to make it to the other side of all that. And to be in a place where I can actually try and do something with my dreams. Not only that, I definitely owe it to my younger self to give it a shot. So here we are, back in front of the camera, and it's a bit different to all the times I've made channels before and recorded shit that I never actually uploaded because I was too anxious. This is entirely for me, and not just present day me, but 6-year-old me who had panic attacks going over to her friends' houses. This is for 8-year-old me who started cutting herself because she didn't feel like she fit in anywhere, and that she wasn't worthy of attention or time or the chance to live and the chance to be someone. This is for 10-year-old me who used to put on concerts in a shower, dreaming that she was opening for Beyonce and doing all these routines and dreaming that somehow she was going to get scouted by a record label, even though she won't even sing to the radio in front of people. This is for 13-year-old me who tried to hang herself for the first time. This is for 16-year-old me who was invited to join the football team in secondary school because people had heard how good she was, but she couldn't see that in herself, so she turned it down. Oh, because she was just absolutely terrified of making a fool of herself and fucking up and not living up to that expectation, even if it came at a cost to her being happy and getting to pursue something that meant the absolute world to her. And this is for 19-year-old me who only about a year ago tried to take her life 6 times in 4 weeks, which is still so surreal. I don't think it's even really sunk in yet. So I shouldn't be saying that as easily as I am. And this is also for our current me who has somehow made it to the point where she can actually sit down in front of a camera and make videos knowing someone may stumble across it, knowing that it's up on the internet for anyone to see, who is actually trying to make something of herself because she feels she's worthwhile, and you know, fuck it, why not, I'm here. Unfortunately, I'm going to be sticking around for a while, so may as well do the things that I enjoy. And, you know, I still have a long fucking way to go. There's still things that I want to do with my life, I want to create, I want to improve on. Hence, this is one of the things that I want to start and work on. And hopefully I'll be able to document the shit I get up to and all the improvements that I make and all the progress that I make, and just maybe get to relive it one day and be able to go back and maybe inspire someone who may stumble across it. And yeah, it just starts with this video. I should probably also start with me getting a fucking drink of water because my throat is dry as all hell. I'm really not gonna go out for this shit. So join me, or don't, really don't mind. This for me. Also, most of my videos won't look as edited as I'm hoping this video is going to look. I do have plans for this video. I don't know how well it's going to come out. If it comes out the way I hope it will, I'm hoping it'll be pretty cool. Don't expect that. A lot of it is just going to be like this, just me talking to my camera with the microphone, probably with a migraine patch on, probably in the hoodie accepting last night. But yeah, join me or don't, but this one is for me. Dun dun dun. Jeez, 25 fucking minutes. 25 fucking minutes. Why the fuck do I have Twinkle Twinkle written there? Like, why is that on my notes? What the fuck's that mean? Time to do it all again. Again. Why do I put that? I need you. God, I'm a bit silly, aren't I? I'm a bit funny like that. I am actually so bad at this. Like, what the actual fuck is wrong with me? You think, like, the fucking basics, hit record,